Well, time is running out in the urgent search for 5 people missing for days after their submersible disappeared in the Atlantic Ocean. But this morning, new hope they might still be alive after a Canadian military aircraft helping in that search detected noises underwater on Tuesday. But the U.S. Coast Guard isn't saying what the noise could be. Now, this vessel, called the Titan, took 5 people down to the depths of the ocean Sunday to tour the wreckage of the Titanic, but it lost contact later that day, and it's believed the people inside only have about 24 hours of oxygen left. So a desperate situation for sure. Correspondent Philip Crowther is live from Boston Harbor, where the search for the sub is being led by the U.S. Coast Guard. What do we know about those noises detected?
Well, there was that acknowledgement from the U.S. Coast Guard, and they are the ones here based in Boston who are going to give us any good or bad news in this search. That acknowledgement that a sound had been detected by a Canadian plane that was flying over this very vast search area. Now, this came as a response, one would believe, to some media reports and the likes of Rolling Stone, first of all, that said that they had got their hands on an internal government memo and emails that spoke about a knocking sound, a repetitive knocking sound on the half hour. Now, what does that indicate? Well, possibly that humans might have been responsible for that sound, and maybe those 5 men inside that submersible. So what the Coast Guard did, following on from detecting that sound, was moving more of its assets, and that includes specifically, well, essentially an underwater drone to check out where those sounds might have come from. But the quote from the Coast Guard here is that that came out with negative results. This doesn't mean that there's nothing there, but it means that they haven't found anything yet. What it is a glimmer of hope. But as you mentioned, as time is very quickly running out, there could be oxygen left for as little as 24 hours at this point, if indeed those systems inside that submersible are still working. Any which way, there are a lot of planes and a lot of ships either there already in this vast area or on their way there, first of all, to find this submersible in the first place, and then depending on where it might be found, if indeed it is, whether on the surface of the ocean or on the ocean bed, well then it's going to be very difficult to find, to actually extract that submersible, especially if it is deep in the ocean.
Certainly a sign of hope with a race against the clock at this moment. Correspondent Philip Crowther, thank you. And we will, of course, keep an eye on all the developments from this search and keep you up to speed all morning long right here on Morning Rush.